Morning, everybody. So my name is Zinkler Becker, or Z, and this sports business journal presentation is going to be specifically over the sections of marketing and sponsorship. So the first article that I've chosen was titled "Catching Up on What Really Happened with the Heinz Field Naming Rights Renewal." So Heinz had extended his 20-year-old agreement to name the home venue of Pittsburgh Steelers for an additional year. The Steelers started asking potential sponsors to an average of a $10 million per annum for a long-term deal with those rights. Kraft Heinz plans for further activating those naming rights, and a short-term benefit is that this short-term deal allows the team to wait for a marketing correction. The second article, which is titled West Marine to sponsor US Sailing Series, and it mentions that the national governing body of US Sailing is launching a development series sponsored by West Marine. Now, the West Marine is the West Marine is organizing its US Open Sailing Series, which began in the beginning of January 2021 and is going to continue all the way until the end of July. So, West Marine's CEO, Ken Seopel, Ken Seopel says that he is excited about getting the youth more involved in the sport as it is more accessible, and it ties with the company's heritage as well. Seopel added that an additional goal for West Marine was driving retail traffic and increasing brand awareness. Something new that I've learned from reading the first article, is that every sponsorship is followed by obligatory, comments on how appropriate the fit is between the two brands. Something that I learned from the second article was that West Marine actually has 240 stores, making it the largest specialty retailer of boating supplies and accessories. I also learned that US Sailing is also hoping that instead of having the national team compete internationally at against high-end teams, they actually want to take an advantage of the pandemic, seeing that sailing is a naturally social distance sport, and they want to bring a high level of competition to the US, as a long-term goal is to have a broadcast component. So even though that these articles are from the same marketing and sponsorship section, there is a difference between the two articles. The first article also mentions how the Pittsburgh Steelers are still interested in having naming right deals with other brands, even though Heinz has had an agreement with them for the last 20 years. The second article does not mention anything about big naming right deals, but it does speak about the opportunity US Sailing and West Marine could get by partnering together. Whereas the first article doesn't really go into detail about the opportunities that Heinz and the Steelers could have while signing another one-year agreement. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a good day.